Amazing parenting. We empower parents to positively impact their children.
Hello parents, Grace here with Amazing Parenting. Thank you so much for tuning in and telling your friends and families about Amazing Parenting. We are here to help you, to inform you, to support you, to celebrate you in your parenting journey. And if you're struggling in that journey, here at Amazing Parenting, we have over 200 videos on tips, tools, strategies, and ideas of how you can make sure and build that stronger bond between you and your child and your children. So if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe, share the video, give at least one like, yes, and share the video with at least one other parent. That's what we ask for on this channel. It's totally free to subscribe. So please go ahead and do that. So in this session, we're going to talk about healthy screen time. And I know back in the day when I was young, we didn't have an issue with screen time. It was just the TV and that was it. But in the 21st century, we, as parents, we already know the struggles around screen time and our children. And I've noticed that children are getting younger and younger and being allowed to have phones and tablets and screen time. So it's not necessarily a criticism that I'm making, but it's an observation. So we're going to look at some healthy screen time, healthy things we can do around our children's screen time so we as parents can have a better relationship with our children regarding their screens, and they too have a healthier time around screen time, because screen time is here to stay. We're not going to take away phones and tablets for our children and that's it. They will be, exposed to screen time. They will be exposed to phones and tablets and those kind of devices. But as parents, we need to be and maintain control over their screen time. Whether your child is in primary school or secondary school and you're finding that a challenge, what can you do? So in this series, we're going to talk about healthy screen time and what you can do to make that better, make it more smoother. And we're going to have 2 sessions. We'll do one today and we'll do one another time. So the first thing we need to look at with children having healthy screen time is we, as parents, we need to lay down some, boundaries and some rules around their screen time. And one of them, I remember when my children were younger, we let them know that the phone wasn't a toy. The phone is not a toy. It's for a purpose. It has a purpose. And we know when a purpose is not taught for something, abuse is going to take place. So we need to teach our children what a phone is for. Because if you're giving your children a phone to keep them quiet, a phone to just let them sit down and just, while away some time, then that's what they're going to grow up believing a phone is for. So in the first instance, we need to let our children know why we're giving them a phone. So that then makes you think, my child is such and such age, do they need a phone? So let's look at some areas and what we can just put in place, some small things we can just put in place to help that journey of screen time. And here's a couple of things we need to just have in place. No screen time at mealtime, no screens before bed, and no screens before homework. So just those 3 areas, if you just implement those 3 areas, you'll already eliminate so much, struggle with trying to get the phone off your children. If you already have rules in place, it's a rule already in your home. So just pick out a few things that you want to have as a rule around your children's screen time. So those 3 could be your 3. Pick another 3. Just choose what do you think would help your children to have a healthier screen time. Okay, so have rules around their screen time. Number 2, model healthy screen time habits. We as parents, we need to model healthy screen time. There needs to be times when our phone is away. So if we're saying to our children, no screen time at meal times, then we must have our phones away at meal times as well. We must be modeling the behavior we want our children to have around our phones. If every time they approach us, come to us, talk to us, we've got our phones in our hands, then why wouldn't they always have their phone in their hands when we come to speak to them? So it's really important that we, as parents, we have healthy screen time ourselves. And I speak to parents a lot, and this is an area where they think, yeah, truly, I need to, sort of pick up those healthy habits of my own screen time. So let's look at this one. Number 3, prioritize connection before screen times. So have a time during your family time where there are no screens. So time where you just connect with your children, you're just chilling, you're just talking, you're just watching a film, even though that's a screen time, but it's not individual screen time. So maybe there's a time when you are in the car with your children. So there's no screen time in the car. You're just talking, chatting on the way to school, on the way to shopping, or on the way, on a family trip. There's no screen time. Maybe when you go and visit family, you tell your children, while we're at Auntie Gladys's house, there's no screen time. We're not going to be on our phones. We're going to be interacting with each other. We're going to be talking. We're going to be chilling. We're going to be playing games, and we're going to be eating. So have all these rules in place, sets in place, where your children know without even them being told, when we're out at such and such house, we don't have no screen time. At the dinner table, we have no screen. So when you have all of these positions in place, your children know when they can have their phones or their screens and when they cannot. So make sure you're connecting. You have those connecting times with your children. You're talking, you're chilling, you're playing, you're reading with them without their phones, without their screens. Okay? Keep bedrooms free from screens. And I know that's sort of a really big deal because children have their phones. They say, oh, it helps them fall asleep. It helps them calm down. It helps them wind down, to have, TV in their room or screens in their room. If that's a habit you want to break, or a habit you don't want your children to start having, and your children are still very young, then don't allow it. It's better not to allow something than to have it already going on in your house and then having to stop it. It's harder. So if you've already got rules in your house that you think, you know what, I don't want my child as they're getting older to have this kind of a habit, so I'm not gonna have this rule. I'm gonna have this rule. So make sure you've got these things in your house already. And if you haven't, let's say you are watching this video and your children are always on their phones, then these are things that you need to implement. You then need to implement. So bedroom time for bed, have the screens off. So if they've had screens during the day, maybe they've come in from school and they've had their dinner, they've done their homework and they're just having some screen time, make sure it's at least off for an hour, hour and a half before they go to bed. Okay, number 4, number 5, set tech-free time each day. So there should be a time during each day where there is no tech, where there's no phones, no tablets, even no TV. And when you incorporate these times with your children from when they're young, they just grow up with that knowledge. They just grow up knowing that at 2 o'clock or 5 o'clock or at 7 o'clock, all screens are off. Whether you use that time to pray together, whether you use that time to talk about what's gone on during the day, whether you use that time just to interact one-on-one with your children, let there be a time in your household where there are no screens. There's no screens on. So you're not saying to your children, right, that's it, you are never going to have a phone, you're never going to have a screen time. You are just bringing rules and boundaries and routines into their screen time so they have a healthy relationship during that screen time and off screen time as well. So we'll leave it there. We'll come back another time and continue talking about healthy screen time. So remember, all parents can be great parents. It is a journey and we will get there. God bless you. Thanks for watching.
Amazing parenting. We empower parents to positively impact their children.